All right, example 2. So this equation a little bit different from our example 1. I'm seeing no x value, so that should right immediately be like a red flag in your brain that these are situations to look at that acronym for that VUX HOI. We have a Y situation here, so that would lead me to believe I am using the HOI acronym, which means horizontal lines have 0 slopes and our y equals, or in this case, y inequalities, a number equations. Okay, so y has a value of -2. So if I go to my grid and I'm looking at a y of -2, my horizontal line is going to be the line that goes through that point. So now, again, going back to making sure if we have a dashed or a solid line, we have an or equal to. So again, we have a solid line here. Making sure I'm checking that before I do any kind of line making. And then I'm just going to go ahead and draw that horizontal line. I know it's horizontal because it's a y equals, not an x. I use that acronym to figure that out. Okay, so again, make sure you're not forgetting to do the shading. All these inequalities are going to look different because there's shading involved. So again, we shade based on reading that inequality and what it tells us. So that is telling us that y is, and again, use your hands to not get this wrong, y is greater than or equal to -2. So where on this graph do the y's get greater than or equal to -2? That would be above. So we shade our line above. Again, going right from the line. It's a little bit easier if I zoom in. And going all the way through the entire graph. Not so important if these lines are straight, because again, these are just shadings. And I'll mark that with a big solution set, so we know what that S stands for. So again, any point inside the shaded area is a solution to that inequality. Let's write that down. Let's use a color that we haven't yet. So any point inside the shaded area is a solution to the inequality. Boom. And last but not least, is a point on the line a solution? Yes, again, because it's a solid line. The inequality was greater than or equal to.